this is the little buckling that is probably 6 weeks old now. His name is Sapphire. He's a sweet one. His mom is a great milker. And he's doing awesome foraging. He's good because he likes to sit right by me. He's very bonded to me. My technique for bonding with babies is I begin separating from their moms only at night at 4 weeks old. I milk the moms in the morning after the night separation, and I bottle feed them. And they, within 3 days, they become very bonded to me. The babies, they run up to me and ask me for milk. So far, this has been working great. My thinking is that I'm trying to create a cohesive herd that is more natural, and a herd that accepts me as a member and as the most dominant member. I'm trying to perform practices that are as natural as possible. And thus far, this is my research, and it's all research. I think I'm maybe 6 years in to owning goats. And in the last 3 or 4 years, I've herded them almost every day. So I've had a lot of time with these guys in the forest, watching their behaviors, getting to know how they move and when they move, and how I can influence the herd to go in a particular direction. And there's a bit of an art to it, and it's a very meditative practice. I notice that like anything, when I'm not present, not focusing on the goats, I'll lose them. They'll start wandering off in a direction I don't want them to go. On the right, we have another little buckling. His name is Banger. His brother's name is Mash. And he's very sweet as well. And then on the left here, we have a doeling. Can't see her very well. She's named Wasabi, and she is half La Mancha, half American Alpine. So she has very American Alpine coloring or pattern on her coat, and then she's got these cute little La Mancha elf ears. And this is a valley in Central California. And it's gorgeous. I'm up on the hill. I don't know my elevation. I'll let you know in another video. But I'm looking down on this quilted agricultural zone. And I can see beauty in it. And these are all conventionally farmed plots. our groundwater is very contaminated because of the agriculture here. It's pretty sad, and it's my hope and dream that our culture adopts these regenerative farming practices and creates new systems where we can thrive using more natural processes of growing our food and supporting the health needs of our communities. Ultimately, it's a cultural shift, in my opinion, that needs to happen. And it's such a vast problem, in my opinion, as well. We kind of need every support system to transform in order to support communities of people to live more in alignment with the genius of nature instead of fighting against nature, and ultimately doing all of our descendants harm. And I don't have all the answers, but I see pretty clearly that most of our systems that we use to support human life are based on very short-term rewards, short-term support. And I just like to introduce that topic because if we could change our creative thinking and our thought explorations to incorporate long-term solutions, we would be better off. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you. This little guy is trying to get milk out of my fingers. So we're gonna move. The herd has moved along because I've been focusing on this video, and little Sapphire stuck with me. Hi, honey, let's go. Let's go find him. This property is total 73 acres. I'm gonna walk through some poison oak right now. I grew up playing in poison oak, so I'm pretty immune, although I still get tiny little rashes, but I don't have to worry too much about it, which is great for the work I do. Come on, let's go. I'm so happy when these guys bond with me. This woodland is absolutely gorgeous. This is a landscape that let's go find him. Let's do it. Yeah, this is a landscape that I'm very, very happy to work with. Some of the trees here are 300 years old. So this means that it hasn't been logged like most of our California landscapes have been logged 150 years ago. There's a lot of buckeye trees, oak trees. I put bells on my goats so I can hear them when I can't see them. And the goats have gotten to know this landscape in the last 6 weeks. So they are more apt to explore without me. They've kind of gotten to know the spots where they like to graze. And the goats very much enjoy a variety of foliage. They like to nibble on a little bit here, a little bit there. I have grain in my pocket that I use sometimes to get them going in another direction. Got so many beautiful wildflowers, and this is a type of violet here. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Native violets down here. And there's Rumi, the livestock guardian dog. Hi, Rumi. Very happy that the babies are exploring all the trees. They're developing balance and climbing skills. And the goats are natural tree pruners. And my resident emu, Iris, has also enjoys some tree leaves. She pretty much eats the same diet as the goats. And honestly, I don't know if that's natural or not, but she's pretty healthy. If Iris has a choice, she chooses to be with the goats. She loves her herd. And this is Dusty right here, my most dominant male. He fathered the babies 2 years ago. So my bucks, I weather them, castrate them after they have performed their duties during rut season. And they become pack goats. I'm really interested in creating a herd that is living entirely on wild forage. I'm very weary of farming practices and the things that they spray on fields and the synthetic fertilizers, synthetic potash, synthetic nitrogen. that is applied to fields in order to grow crops. I don't want that in my belly, and I don't want that in my goat's belly. And if we utilized regenerative farming practices where we grazed goats and sheep on vegetable cultivation leftovers after harvest, or cover crops that are grown in cycles with vegetable cultivation, we wouldn't need to utilize synthetic nutrients. Potentially, if we applied permaculture principles to our farming, which can be done, we could be producing more food per acre, and therefore potentially utilizing less land. If we were building soil and focusing on the microbial life of the soil, we could be increasing our yields and increasing the vitality of the land, therefore utilizing less land to grow our crops. And if we were utilizing practices that healed native landscapes, we potentially might have more wild food. And all these ideas require cultural shift. They require wisdom and knowledge in order to be successful in long-term solutions like this. It would require investment funds in the economic system that we use now. And what I see is that our culture has just become so accustomed to short-term solutions. We have no idea how to make this shift from short-term to long-term, and putting the vitality and the health of the ecosystem and the soil as a higher priority than the economic gain, maximizing economic gain and minimizing economic investment. This sort of cultural acceptance is I believe a sickness. This is not wisdom. And I don't know what all the answers are. I would argue, though, that humans are creative enough to find all the answers. We have within us the ability to create solutions that honor the free will that every living thing on earth comes into life with. And of course, humans have a great ability to practice and engage in free will. And I'd love to hear from you, your ideas of your personal solutions. Okay. Over and out. I hope you have a good day.